G'day YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's toy review. And today it's not just Thomas the Tank who is pulling a long Disney train. Actually, it's about 5 as you can see here, or 4 if you straightforward removed that brown cart there. But in this toy review, it's not going to be for Flap Toys, and usually I'm going to be doing this in future videos or future toy reviews, if that's likely or not. First off, I'll be doing non-flip-flap toys, then I'll be covering actual flip-flap toys in the evening or around at night time. So that is what the major plan is going to be like throughout every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Friday, every Saturday, possibly every Monday as well. That is straightforward about it. I don't know what else I could probably create for today's stupid YouTube because of the whole AI age verification system, of course. Maybe leading up towards Sunday. That's my only guess to conclude with. But anyways, we're going to be straightforward, boating out from where Thomas the Tank is straightforward chuffing and puffing. We are going to be doing something a little bit different today, and it's not those toys I've just reviewed so far earlier in the week. I am going to be talking about these toys there, and especially Hot Wheels. Beat that, toy car connoisseurs. We've got ourselves Hot Wheels, yes, and I've also got these 2 toys to come along and review as well later on. I'm going to start off looking at Hot Wheels because, hey, I haven't really reviewed Hot Wheels for a long time. This is the red carrier case. I know there's a blue one getting about because I actually went to Malaysia sometime in 2007, which I can't discuss because it's all down to my relatives. Strangely enough, it's a nice pack of Hot Wheels cars. They were one of the first toys I actually got around as a kid. Around 6 years old or 7 years old. It's a nice brand, as you can see. It's a fantastic looking thingy-majiggy. Obviously, somehow it's quite nice. And look at that. Look at the whole box. The whole carrier case is straightforward, fairly nice, and let's just say transparent or translucent, depending on how I can see it. I would say translucent because you can kind of see the cars inside there, but not exactly when you sort of take the whole thing out. Okay, let's see what cars we have. Oh, yes. My goodness me, we've actually got a huge collection of old Hot Wheels cars. I think these were from like 2007 or 2006. That one there is made in Thailand. It's actually quite nice. I might as well just go ahead and give you a bit of a very well detailed in-hand appraisal about these Hot Wheels toy cars. Coming for a bit of a closer shot, and I know the train is straightforward derailed here. Actually, you know what? Let me just go ahead and re-roll Thomas the Tank. It's always a pain in the neck to come along and re-roll Thomas the Tank. Strange, isn't it? I think when he always comes out from that chicane, that's when things start to go a little bit of a chicanery, if that really makes any sense. Probably the track is a little bit kinkled and a bit buckled. I think that's probably why Thomas is straightforward having a very relatively hard time. But let's go back to what I was just being left off into. Well, again, looking at these Hot Wheels toy cars, there's actually so many different varieties and so many different models that you see on, as you can see, because I bought it in 2007, I must have actually had a little bit of a rough time with these Hot Wheels toy cars. They're made in Thailand, this one called No Matter What. But nowadays, I'm actually starting to see a mixture of Hot Wheels cars being made in Thailand and also Malaysia. Do you remember that R2-D2 Hot Wheels car? I've actually got a few Hot Wheels cars right over at my parents' house, actually, which I can't really tell. Ooh, this is quite a nice one. What's it called? Paradigm. Is it shift? Hope it's not the other word. Or is it shirt? I don't know. It's quite a I love the wing on the sides of it. Oh my goodness me. Tell you what, best part about Hot Wheels cars is you can get all different types of various cars. Some of them are designed after like real cars, like the Chevy Camaro type car. It looks like Bumblebee. We'll take a look at Transformers later on. And we've also got very abstract looking cars like this one here. Like this one is straightforward designed after a real car, but there's nothing realistic about it. It's just looking like some sort of weird, generic car. Oh, it's from 2003. That must be an old toy car from a long period of time. And then we've also got this one here. Oh, this one's quite a nice one. A burlesque. Is that like some sort of weird looking futuristic hot rod type car? Again, you will get like different details and different rims, different colours. Obviously, you can get like transparent ones, translucent ones. Jeez, there's actually so many different varieties of Hot Wheels cars. Oh, this one had a bit of a broken plastic spoiler on the back. That's not good to know, but hey, I would have actually had it in minting condition. Mind you, if they would have been really expensive, they would have to be straightforward placed into a box without being... Look, some of the little detailings have been scratched off in that little car. Very strange. And obviously, that's the very interesting part about Hot Wheels cars. There's just so many different varieties. Often I'm having trouble to get rid of... Oh, there's a nice beautiful Ferrari here. And I think Thomas is straightforward derailed here, but I might as well go ahead and reroll him right now. So yes, there's a collection of Hot Wheels cars. I'll just have a look at later on from part 2, which is of course this video. Because Thomas the Tank is being a complete pain in the neck to just keep on going. He just keeps on derailing all the time, and that's a complete hassle of doing these types of videos on YouTube. Actually, I'm going to just show you some of the few toy cars I've got here. There's a nice, beautiful chrome looking transparent Ferrari. It's a nice one. Oh, it's made in China, interesting. I think most Hot Wheels cars would be made in Malaysia, which is what I would have came from. Oh, this one would have paired very, very nicely. It's a nice Corvette Grand Sport. Strange enough, I actually stopped collecting Hot Wheels cars as I straightforward noticed that because I was a young child, I would have straightforward hoarded them so much. That would have been straightforward bad, wouldn't it? I can tell you what, there's just so many different varieties of Hot Wheels cars. And I tell you what, there's actually just so many of them somehow. And I think the normal price for a Hot Wheels car in the UK will be like £2.40. Probably a little bit more cheaper if you go to a service station. Strange enough, there's actually just so many of them. If I was a Hot Wheels car collector, I would go with the ones with the Hot Wheels logo, which I don't think I've got at the moment. Very strange. I'll just have a look at some of the Hot Wheels cars I've got later. And this one here looks like it's missing a bit of wing action. I thought it was the Batmobile. Quite a very interesting toy car. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the Hot Wheels cars. They actually got for £2. Unfortunately, the packaging has been severed by water damage yesterday because it was really hot. And I had to take so many bottles of water. Strange enough. And that's what they look like on the bottom here. There's actually a generic toy car here, which is not a Hot Wheels vehicle. But let's see what these guys are going to be like. Come out you come. Oh yes, let's see what they look like. Fairly nice. The best part about the packaging is I can chuck it straight in the bin. Why is Thomas being a complete pain in the bum? He is straightforward derailed. I think when he comes up from that chicane, that's when he starts to play up. That's not a good sign, isn't it? Not a good sign at all. Maybe, yeah, I think that track layout is probably the longest I can probably think of building it. Crazy, isn't it? Very strange. Okay, going back to the main toy viewing area, and we'll start to see some of the new Hot Wheels cars that I've actually got from the charity shop, and I'm actually quite curious to see how. Oh yes, let's start with this one here. That is a nice looking Ferrari. Strange enough, it's made in Thailand and not Malaysia. I would have actually preferred Hot Wheels cars made in Malaysia somehow. Sometimes, whenever you look at toys like that, there might be a fault in something in the way they've been made. I mean, Hot Wheels has been around for a long period of time. Ooh, this one's quite a very nice one. Oh, that's nice. Oh, look at that. Guess what it's got? If I give it a very good closer up, apart from the fact it looks very colourful, it looks like a royal, it looks very fish-like somehow. And I love the colour combinations of purple and yellow. And it says Hot Wheels on the logo. Can you see the logo? Apart from the fact that Thomas is derailed. Oh yes, it's quite a nice looking toy car. It actually says Hot Wheels, and there's also this weird writing on it. Yep, I'm pretty sure it says Hot Wheels. There you go. Must have been very, very lucky to get a car which says the word Hot Wheels. Maybe it would have been best if it had blue paint instead of purple paint, if you ask me. Maybe a much more sensible decision to make for Thomas is that I would actually make him send all his way, not towards the Trackmaster section, but around this Tommy Track section here. I think that makes a lot more sense, to be honest, I suppose, hey? Not looking the best for Thomas. I think it's those points that have never been set correctly. And I think by night time, I'm pretty sure Thomas is going to be straightforward depleting his battery level, which is not that great. Let me just set the points like this, so that he won't get into a complete hassle. And we'll straightforward have a look at the Hot Wheels cars again, but also those other toys there on the other side here. But hey, those Hot Wheels cars, they're actually quite nice to see. This one's got like very good looking chrome sort of work on the windows here. The rims look quite funky. It's a bit different than just seeing white Hot Wheels, you know, car wheels. It's quite weird, isn't it? Because Hot Wheels often designs both fictional and very good, classy looking realistic vehicles. Quite nice somehow in the way they've been designed. It's pretty interesting. The newer stuff of Hot Wheels is a bit Bit strange. Anyways, there's actually just so much of it. And I think Thomas has derailed again. Oh, why is it always the fact that Thomas always keeps on derailing? You are causing confusion and delay. Obviously I think it's the track joiners that are not right. I think it's those track joiners that are not doing right with him, and I think he's sounding a little bit sad. Maybe I should never abuse that engine a bit. Okay. It's moving. Right. I think he's straightforward okay-ish. Right, let me just continue and just straightforward to see what else do I need to straightforward finish off. And luckily enough, we're going to talk about those two toys there. Strangely enough, I want to talk about these ones here at this moment here. Oh, wow. That's a nice looking truck there. Okay, so we're going to talk about this Corgi looking toy. It's made in China, strangely enough. The good old stuff that I would have actually got would have been from like the UK. It's got like doors in the back, but unfortunately I can't get them to attract themselves back. It's the plastic here is actually quite a little bit cheap, but then who knows? I mean, who cares about that? Strangely enough, I got this Corgi truck toy because it does look quite somehow look very, very unique and a bit antique looking. The axles, it's a little bit like a pinwheel axle that you find in Hot Wheels cars. And it actually does look quite detailed, although I would have preferred the made in England sort of stuff because they're actually a lot much more expensive, but these ones there are a little bit cheaper. And I think when I first saw that, it was actually quite a nice toy truck, and it actually does have the essence of what you find in Corgi toys. It's a beautiful looking model. Somehow, I love the fact that it looks very much like a Mars bar sort of truck. It looks fairly nice, and these things can be straightforward for a bit of, I don't know, maybe worth an amount of pounds. I'm pretty sure guys in America would never even straightforward purchase it, or they would love it to get it. But I'll tell you what, this truck, it is actually quite nice. It's also a bit loved and a bit weathered for the fact that it might have been exposed by some water, I suppose, hey, or might have been sun affected. It's pretty much, I think it's designed after the old Mars bar logo. I think they still use it in Australia. Correct me if I'm wrong. The truck painting on this, it looks very rich, but although that being said, it does look, it's basically plastic on one side, metal or die-cast on the other side here as well, or the majority part of the vehicle it is. But strangely enough, I do know that with Corgi toys, they're actually quite wonderful to collect because there's just so many different varieties of vehicles to collect. Basically, they're like the UK's version of Matchbox, if you know what I mean. But let me just straightforward show you, to conclude the whole video, is Optimus Prime. Oh yes, I am Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots, and I'm missing a whole bunch of components. Yes, you're right, Optimus, you've actually left a lot of components here. I think they would have been like side little tanks, I suppose. Like I think there's that one part of Optimus Prime's arm, which is actually missing, like the little cuffs, or wrist cuffs as I like to call it. I think it's meant to be the side of the truck, which actually goes in like that. I think that the other side here is missing. It's a toy that dates back to 2007, although the copyright date says 2006, which is a bit unusual, since it's actually, you know, it's straightforward promoting the Michael Bay Transformers film series, which wasn't that good actually, in terms of critics, but actually they were fantastic. Not gonna lie. Okay, so how do I transform this guy into a robot? Strange enough, I think that's how I sort of remember. It's a bit different, isn't it? When I get Optimus Prime to transform into a robot. Okay, you sort of fold these little tabs like so. And wow, the best part is I've seen some knockoff toys like this, but in no way they are straightforward safe. The best part about these toys is that you can make them into different poses. You can actually make them very aggressive. Hopefully this one is not some sort of rag doll. And actually this Optimus Prime is also very headless. Look at that. He's actually very headless. He's also missing a few components, like he's also missing like exhaust pipes on the back. I think there's also quite a few bits, which I somehow believe they are straightforward, kind of sort of, you know, bit missing somehow. Yeah, it's not that great in terms of how Optimus Prime is like. Okay, I want to see how this thing is actually nicely transformed. The way he's standing, it's a bit lazy, a bit of a rag doll. I think it will probably make some of my YouTubers laugh. And there we go, he's already headless. Okay, I think I can stand this thing and tell me if it transforms or not. I think it's a licensed Hasbro toy, so I wouldn't straightforward conclude with something very, very bad. It's quite a nice toy. A nice run up for its money. I love the feet. Not gonna lie, it is actually quite a very nice looking toy. I think one thing is missing is some weapons. I'm pretty sure it's missing out the exhaust pipes and other components, I suppose so. Like there would have been like side gas tanks and also exhaust pipes. I don't know, but I think, or even like extra, let's just say extra cab details on the side of Optimus Prime, since he's pretty much a very cool looking truck. And I think this back part of Optimus Prime, I think it would have came with Bumblebee as well. And actually, if you look at it, there's some very unique detailings right over on this core of Optimus Prime. That's amazing. And I might show you the licensing info to this Optimus Prime toy. It is made in China. It is also a Hasbro toy, but it says 2006. And there's also a copyright for Takara, which is, I think, the Japanese marquee for Transformers. I think Tomy does that, or Bandai, I'm not quite totally sure. And strangely enough, if I want to transform it back into vehicle, mind you, I need to have like some sort of, let's just say, professional adult to come along and do it, but I think I can just come along and straightforward retract those arms like so. Look at this. I would have actually made those weird looking sounds if you want to come along and transform this guy here, right? I don't know how he goes. I think he goes like, Autobots, let's roll out. Transform and roll out. And look at that, it's also got like a little safety little knob there. That's actually meant to clip onto Optimus Prime, I think. I tell you what, I don't know if I'm actually a horrible transformation builder of these toys or what, but I think that's the part with Transformers. It can be quite frustrating at times to get it back into vehicle. I think transforming from robot to vehicle, but I guess when Optimus is missing out all of his very necessary components, that's when it starts to become a little bit more sophisticated. Strange, isn't it? But most of the time, it is demonially frustrating. Okay, I think it goes there. It's quite a nice looking toy, isn't it? Just sort of gotta make those sounds, or else he won't transform. Come on, Optimus. Yes. Put the feet clippers back on. Very, very nice. I have to say, this is actually one toy I would have never thought about reviewing this, but there you go. Optimus is now ready to roll out. Oops, sorry, I forgot to clip on the back side of Optimus Prime. Didn't see that one closely, didn't I? No. Okay, Optimus, it's time for you to drive off. And he's actually crashed into some newspaper. So, there you go. A wide collection of Hot Wheels cars. I mean, what do you think? Do I actually build up more Hot Wheels cars to create like a very large collection of Hot Wheels cars in the future? Or do you want me to save money on something else? I'll tell you what, I actually feel very proud in the way I've actually collected and bought those little Hot Wheels cars. I should try and get like a Hot Wheels car carry case to collect all sorts and all kinds of like Hot Wheels cars. But I'll tell you what, I feel like I've only got like a small collection of Hot Wheels cars. I'll tell you what, there's actually just so many of them. Hot Wheels and Matchbox are one of the most highly best sold leading brands of toy cars on the planet, alongside of other toys that Mattel does, like the Barbie stuff. Fairly nice, isn't it? And strange enough, since I've already got some new toy cars, I don't think I'm going to fit in most and or if not all of the Hot Wheels cars I would have been collecting. I might have to probably get like another storage carry case for them Hot Wheels cars, or maybe you can put like 2 if you're very lucky or not, but I don't think that's going to work. Okay, who cares? Okay, I can clip this back together. Yes, I can actually clip in some more. Oh yeah, there you go. That's what I get for reviewing an amazing carry case with Hot Wheels cars. Oh yes, there you go. We've reviewed some very generic ones. Actually, I forgot to review this one here. Is that a dinosaur or is it a snake or is it a crocodile? It says Reptilor. That's quite a very strange looking Hot Wheels generic toy car, even though it's not meant to be Hot Wheels. Oh, strangely enough, it's actually a knockoff of Hot Wheels. Sadly, I think this one here has got some very relatively cheap and nasty components. It would have been missing like another component off. Oh, this one's actually a bit of a fake Hot Wheels car. Strangely enough, I bought these toys on Thursday. But sadly, this one here, I think it's the sort of toy that will straightforward make you cry and not laugh, because obviously those things will straightforward potentially kill you. And look at that. I think it's just a generic, cheap looking toy car. It probably isn't going to be well worth for your money, I suppose, eh? It does look like it's going to fall apart in my hands.
But I'll tell you what, maybe it's the glass. Maybe we can just straightforward shoot out that glass. Actually, just kidding. It's actually just a pretty tough model, even though it's going to straightforward fall apart in my hands. I think it's got that rivet on the front here. Don't know what that rivet's for, to protect that car or something like that. But yeah, it's quite a very nice looking vehicle, even though it's, yeah, there's actually quite a lot of love on the back here. I don't know why. Maybe that child must have had a complete rough and tumble play. It's probably missing a plastic component on the back side. I don't know, it actually looks very much similar to, oh, I would have said like a Corvette, but it's actually not. And in fact, if I actually compare it to an actual Hot Wheels car, it's actually a little bit wider in scale. I think most Hot Wheels cars are about 1/64 scale. This one looks probably as wide, not as wide as like a Disney Cars character, probably 1/55 scale diecast. But yeah, it does look somehow quite strange. If I go ahead and have a bit of a side-by-side comparison, looks all similar, but hey, a bit different somehow. But hey, very, very nice looking at Hot Wheels cars. Beat that, toy car connoisseurs. There you go. A bit of a nice run-up for its money. They would have a generic toy Hot Wheels car. It's actually not really an actual Hot Wheels car. It's actually more of a generic one, going by the looks of it. Strange enough. It's got the same sort of hinwheel axles, but it's also got like much thicker and bigger wheels on the sides here. Strange. I would have never thought. Who would ever thought that if anyone was going to be classified as a Hot Wheels car, well then, who knows? I don't know what to really say. Apart from the fact that I've just reviewed that toy, hey? Anyways, I think I'm just straightforward done with this toy review. I need to go ahead and just eat some breakfast here because, hey, I tell you what, after all of that toy reviewing hard work, man, I'll be just straightforward paying my money's worth of buying Hot Wheels toy cars. Maybe I can just buy another one for £2.40, maybe two if I'm very much unlucky. But hey, I'm going to straightforward end this video here. If you really enjoyed it, please give the video a very good like, subscribe for more for fat toy reviews in the future, including Hot Wheels cars. As always, thanks so much for watching and bye for now.